Alright, how's it going, everybody? This is Gotta Transform Mo. I completely just went blank on whatever I was going to say. Welcome to the stream, if anyone comes in tuning in. Today we're just resuming exactly where we left off with yesterday's stream. There's like a suggestion of some sort in OBS. I don't know what that means. So we're just going to ignore it, I guess. So today we're just going to be resuming our Masuda hunt of Whismur and our aura encounters of mainly Swirlix and Stufful, but also anything else in this route. We are, I think, ready to get going. Yeah, just make more order in the party. What I was doing today was a day off. I went and tried to get a lot more Pokemon for the Pokedex, because now I should be all set with everything in this game outside of, I think, Glastrier and a Cubfu. Or is it? No, hang on. No, Glastrier and Regieleki. That's who I'm missing. So that's what I need to complete the Crown Tundra Dex. I've otherwise completed the Isle of Armor Dex, and I've therefore now have the Mark Charm. So from now on, I will have higher chances of getting marks, which is pretty nice. Maybe our next shiny aura encounter will be marked. But I was mainly doing that to try and get the Dex rewards in home. I believe I'm almost done. Oh, and we're starting off with a Aura Drifloon. Not a shiny, but it was a nice way to start. Yeah, but I was mainly doing it to try and get like the home Pokedex completed. Because even if I have a lot of these Pokemon already, they have to be from Sword or Shield for them to count. So I think I'm nearly set having those completed. Gonna have to figure out at some point some way to help me trade for what I am missing. Because I know it's got to still be Glastrier and Regieleki for the home Pokedex, but I think Type-Null is also one, because I would have evolved it into Silvally before it ever ended up in home. So I know those three might still be missing, and probably Zamazenta now that I'm thinking of it. So it's at least four. Kind of just the main big four, really. We got another Swirlix encounter. Well, another Aura encounter, this time it's Swirlix. My hope for this stream... Oh, and that Stufful started ordering too. But my hope for this stream... I'm hoping we can get up to 300 Whismur eggs. We'll just see. I think one of the issues I ran into last night was it got so hot and I was just so tired after working that day. I started to mentally clock out. Just doing the same thing, not really engaging with anyone. Just doing the same thing over and over. I think tonight, if it gets unbearable again, I will put the AC on the lowest possible setting and just find out, I guess, after the fact, if that affects the audio at all. Because if I can have that AC on without it affecting the audio, I will do that, absolutely. Drifloon is got an aura. That Drifloon is got an aura. Great English. Yeah, one of the main focuses of my day was just getting a bunch of the missing like trade or like other game exclusive Pokemon. Like I had to bring over several Pokemon just to breed and get the Pokemon for this game. Like the Kabuto line, Gible line, those are Shield exclusive, I believe. So I had to trade them over. I had to trade one of those over from home, breed it in this game, and then send it back into home. Now that it was a home hatch, or now that it was a sword hatched version of the Pokemon. Now, Porygon 2 and Porygon Z were another 2. What I ended up doing for that, I hatched an additional 2 Porygon, sent them into home, opened up Arceus, and just evolved them in Arceus, sent them back into home. And they count that way because they were from Sword. So, one big pro tip I will give people, if you can just put some of these Pokemon that need like trade evos or item evos into Legends Arceus, do that. So you don't have to worry about trying to find someone to trade with that'll also trade it back. Because it's so much easier, just maybe more work, but a whole lot easier than trying to look around and finding someone to trade with. I am very hopeful. Maybe today will be the day we get our first shiny on stream, but we'll have to see. Hasn't happened in the first 3 streams, so I guess 3.5 counting the little test stream I did, but yeah, I'm hoping maybe today's the day. I'm also curious if with Stufful, specifically, if we'll get to the odds number. Because with 500 battled in the Pokedex, Stufful with the Aura has a shiny odds of 1 in 455. So we are just 18 away from that. It's really just going to matter of how many Stuffuls with an Aura we will run into in the course of the stream. Oh, I'm also happy to say, while I know I ended the stream opening up Pokemon Go to see if there was a shiny there. Didn't find any last night, but today I opened up Pokemon Go and I found a shiny Sableye, which I was very excited about. It's one I have from Scarlet, but I hadn't gotten one of those in Go, and it's still a shiny. I will absolutely take it anyway. Yeah, with that, if I open Pokemon Go right now, see how many I've gotten since the launch of the game. So Pokemon Go, I have 138 shinies now. That is a I knew it was 130s, but I thought it was low 130s. I've gotten a few more than I expected. I have a Psyduck, a Ghastly, and a Drillbur spawned in the game. None are shiny. Unfortunate, but also just expected. Alright, let's begin grabbing another batch. And resume the loops. What's nice about however many egg steps it takes for Swirlix, provided the daycare lady has an egg for us with each loop, by the time we get the 5th egg, the first egg is about ready to hatch. So it's just like perfect timing. Oh, that is, yep, or a Stufful. But yeah, it is at least perfect timing. As far as like, if you're someone that likes to just immediately swap out an egg, then one hatches by the time you have a full party. You can then immediately just start making the loops and get another one. And another Stufful. That, yeah, I was like, that was a random encounter, not the Stufful. Oh. Only reason I'm KOing it is just to get the +1 for the Pokedex, because like, while I'm here, might as well. But like I was saying earlier, it is all going to depend on how lucky we get with the Aura Stuffles. And just like that, we upped it by 2 in just a few seconds. We need one more. Okay. And for a second there, I thought she was actually not going to have an egg for us. And see, just like that, the first egg's already hatching. Right after we get the full party. So who else saw the news that Pocket's going to drop another little mini set, this time featuring Eevee? Because, of course, I am currently of the opinion, at least, that I don't mind whether they want to keep dropping sets or not. My issue is going to be if they keep doing this and they discontinue a set. Because I think, like, if they keep doing this and start discontinuing sets, that's just making it difficult for the free players, like which I am. I have not spent a single dime on the game. And would probably ruin it completely to a point I'd likely delete it. Like if they discontinue a set while constantly releasing sets at the rate they are, yeah, that'd probably kill Pocket for me. At the moment, though, it is at least still something that is just like scratching the itch of like card opening until Pokemon figures out what the heck they're doing with actual cards. Yeah, so here you can see these are all the different Pokemon I had to like breed or hatch, or Crobat I just had to evolve a Crobat. But I had to breed and hatch for all of these guys to complete the decks further for this game. And I know I chose Whismur because I did a random Pokemon generator and it gave me Exploud after I completed the Galarian Corsola line. So I went with a random one after that. But I will probably pick another exclusive line that is also not in another game. So I know Galarian Ponyta is probably up there. I know Kabuto is at least in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I have Let's Go Eevee. But I don't... I think the Masuda egg hatching would probably be better than just like fossil restores. So Kabuto is probably another one I'd probably do in this game. Got Swirlix. That is not shiny. I know of like, so Galarian Ponyta, Kabuto. I'm not too sure on what other exclusive lines I'd want to do. Because I also am not really aware of what others there might be. I wonder if I can look that up here real quick. Is that a full party? Yep. Okay. So we'll get the first egg hatching soon here. So you see, I'm on Cerebi for this information. First exclusives. There we go. So for Shield exclusives, we have Galarian Ponyta line, Kabuto line, Corsola line, which we've done. There's things like Lotad, Sableye, Larvitar, like those are from other games. I'm not going to worry about getting them in this game. Lunatone. So Lunatone is a Shield exclusive. That's one I could also do. Gibbeline, don't need it. Toxgrowth, don't need it. The Basculins don't. Spritzy. Spritzy is going to be another one. Because I'm sure Spritzy's probably in place of Swirlix here on this route. In Shield. And Drampa. So that'll be another one. And it looks like that's it. A lot of the other Pokemon are in other games. And you probably have them in the other games, so we've got Galarian Ponyta, Kabuto, Lunatone, Spritzy, and Drampa. So there's 5 100% gonna have to be Masuda hunts in this game. So we'll probably pick one of those whenever we finish with Whismur. Probably Galarian Ponyta, because that seems like a big... Like, that is this game. Unless I am somehow lucky in Pokemon Go. I'm not going to get that in another game. Because I doubt that's going to be in ZA. I doubt that highly. I mean, you never know, but... Color me shocked if it is, or a Stufful. I will say, whenever we do complete the Whismur Shiny line, I will not be immediately jumping into another Masuda hunt. Like, I don't want to do the same things constantly. This is just, I want to do this before I do anything else stream-wise. I don't need an egg. I went up to her, like, give me another egg. Wait, no, I don't need one. Never mind. But yeah, I want to get this line done before I jump into anything else. But it's just kind of me a matter of whenever it decides to happen. And I think even if we get an Aura Shiny, I'm still not going to stop until we get the Whismur line done. So that way we can take a break, do some other shiny hunting in the game. Maybe even jump into other Pokemon games. I don't know. But then whenever we come back to Masudans here, it'll be with a fresh Pokemon. Oh, we have another 5 hatched, so let's release these. I'm pretty sure people usually just put them like all in boxes and deal with releasing them later, but like using home. I think it's just... I very much prefer to just do it like this. Like, just quickly release them 5 at a time. Don't have to bother with home and doing all of them after. Oh, Wobbuffet. just once again with Swirlix and Stufful already at the 500 number. I'm not going to bother with KOing them. Getting them up another number is not going to do a thing at that point. With Wobbuffet or Galarian Farfetch'd or Minxino or Drifloon, if we encounter any auras of them, I will KO them because I got to get those numbers up still. I 100% did not see the Stufful there. Oh. This Stufful just lucked out into surviving. Like, I was clicking too fast. It didn't go to run. And yeah. It gets to live. Drifloon. I remember the last time I checked Drifloon, it was only at like 8. So I know this is still like the base possible shiny odds on the Drifloon, which, if I remember correctly, is 1 in 1024 for an aura encounter. So if we get a Drifloon or a Minxino even, I am going to be shocked, because that'll just be like the best possible luck you could get from an aura encounter. Because you have the shiny charm, an aura encounter is base 1 in 1024. I will double check that now that I'm thinking of it. Yep, 1 in 1024 is the base. Like, you have like one battled. And I do believe if you have not battled one, you will not get an aura on that Pokemon ever. Like, you have to have at least one battled. One more go around. We might start hatching because we've hit a few aura Pokemon actually. So it might start hatching early before we get the 5th egg. Yep, there we go. Stufful. I'm honestly not too sure which one got run into there. We're gonna count the number up anyway, because either way we're gonna run into it. Okay, it was the Aura one. And that one had one. That's always why I try and wait to see which one spawns in to replace the Pokemon I just battled. Because they do, again, sometimes also have an aura. So what I've always found interesting for the aura encounters, you can basically get them to match the like Masuda odds. Because looking at Cerebi again, Masuda Method with a shiny charm is 1 in 512. Once you get to 300 Pokemon battled, Aura Pokemon also have a 1 in 512. But then, when you get to 500 battled, that goes to 1 in 455. So once you get 500 battled, you have a permanent higher shiny chance with the Aura encounter than with Masuda Method. I just found that really, really interesting. And why I've definitely focused on doing aura hunts on this route, because at the very least, why do other shiny hunts for the Pokemon on this route when I can just aura hunt them with eventual better odds? And it's already been working, even when I didn't have the max odds. Because I found a Swirlix, a Stufful, and a Galarian Farfetch'd without hitting the max chance. And then so far only one Swirlix since hitting the max chance. Oop, grab an egg. Got too close to that Stufful. I've only just started? Okay. I don't know why I thought it was a lot closer to having a full team of eggs, but we got a Wobbuffet. I would very much not mind if we got a Wobbuffet before we hit the max chance for that. That was a wide turn. I really can't stand the bikes in this game sometimes. Like earlier today when I was just trying to hatch the eggs for the Pokedex completion earlier, like the Kabuto, Gible, all that stuff. I was trying to make the bike go down. And for whatever reason, the bike went up. Like I'm literally holding the down, the down, like button, and the bike just went up. And I was just like, what are you doing? We got the full party, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's release these and we'll grab another batch. we do have a full party. Okay. All right, maybe the cook will help cook a shiny up out of this egg. I just watched me hatch another regular Whismur. Ooh, Stufful. Swirlix. Meant Swirlix. And another one popped up immediately after. All right, egg number 250. Will we get one on a nice number like that? Nope. Again, though, the plan is to hopefully get up to at least egg number 300 with this stream. And hopefully we'll get a shiny in that time. Even if we don't, we will still not be at odds. Again, 1 in 512 for Masuda Method. Swirlix, we are again not close to odds. Stufful, though, we're gonna get close. If not there, we're 13 away from odds on that. Alright, full party, so we should get the first one hatching in a sec. And there we go. So I've used, I think it's A Drive's Shiny Hunting app to track some of this stuff. So I know I have there to reference my previous Whismur hunt. So to get my first Shiny Whismur, it took 392 eggs. So be curious to see how close or how past that we go. Why am I taking an egg? Send it to the box for now. Yeah, Whismur was 392. The first Galarian Corsola was 414. The second one was 745. So I haven't really exactly had a quick hunt yet in this game. I know my quickest hunt easily was Ice-Q and Scarlet. Somehow, why am I taking another egg? I suck at multitasking. Yeah, Ice-Q and Scarlet, that was about 18 eggs. Which, for how miserable it is to get eggs in that game, I wasn't going to complain. Like, for a one-and-done hunt like Ice-Q, I was super happy to get that done real quick. And not have, like, an evolution I need another shiny for, where it then takes me, like, another 700 plus eggs. Like Corsola did. But I just want to know what shiny we'll get first in this game, since I've been streaming. Because to me, I mean, the options are, to me, Swirlix, Whismur, or Stufful. Wobbuffet and Galarian Farfetch'd could also shine. And there's a very minimal chance it could be Drifloon or Minccino. No, I'll add these two I accidentally grabbed. And since we're up here, I guess I'll just grab a third. Oop, we got a Wobbuffet. Not a shiny. Oop, Drifloon. Okay, so we have a full party, but I think it's going to be a couple laps around before one starts hatching. Oh, Stufful. But then I think 3 of them should be hatching like pretty quickly to each other. Okay, got the first one going. And then, yeah, immediately the next one goes. Because they started at the same time. I didn't think the third one was going to hatch so quickly. I mean, the first 2 I added to the party together, but then I had to go grab the third one. I'm a little surprised at just kind of the complete lack of Galarian Farfetch'd aura we've seen. Like, Farfetch'd and Wobbuffet are kind of at about the same level. And Drifloon shouldn't even have, like, any boosted odds for an aura. Yeah, we've seen a couple Drifloon, we've seen a couple Wobbuffet. Swirlix and Stufful, speaking of Stufful. We've seen both of those, but then just absolutely nothing for Farfetch'd yet. And it should have boosted odds for an aura. Yeah, unfortunately now we get to sit through the level up screen. We were one, just like a step away from getting the last egg hatch. We got a Swirlix. Not a shiny. Nope, nope. Did not realize I was on the cap button. Alright, we have a full party, so first egg will hatch in a sec. Or a Minxino. Again, shouldn't have any odds for an aura boost. have an egg. Do we have a full party? We do. Okay. Wobbuffet. Stufful. And that puts us 10 away from hitting odds on Stufful. I'm just going to move that back up before I continue. I'm not clicking on cap again accidentally. Swirlix. Another Stufful chance. And another Stufful. I'm gonna be very curious to just see how many Stufful we get to tonight. Because I probably will just stop at 300. But I just want to see how many Stufful we'll end up getting. Like, are we going to hit odds, go past it, be just under it? We got another 20 eggs before we end stream. While I'm thinking of it, I will save though. Wad of it. Also curious if we're even going to see a Farfetch tonight. We have had none with an aura. We have another Stufful. I have a feeling we're gonna be going over odds on Stufful. That just seems to be how it's going with that. we need one more egg for the full party, but we're gonna hatch one before we get the 5th one. We have another Stufful. Yeah, so she again doesn't have an egg ready. Back-to-back loops. And hatching a second egg before we get the 5th one. That is an aura. Oh. Didn't think I was close enough to the Swirlix, but I guess we were. But that is an aura Minxino. And still no Farfetch'd. Which again has the max boosted odds for an aura. Versus Minxino that shouldn't have any boosts. I don't think. I want to look at what it is now. Yeah, 32. We're not at 50 yet, so it shouldn't have a boost. I'm actually rechecking that. Oh no, it 20. At 20 there's a boost, so Minxino does actually have a 1.3 chance as opposed to just a 1 chance. Whatever that percentage equals. So Minxino does have a slight boost, but Farfetch'd is a lot more. We've seen more Minxino than Farfetch'd. And by more, I mean we've seen Minxino. We haven't seen Farfetch'd. Wobbuffet? No. I genuinely get so excited just seeing a Pokemon with an aura. Because there's a chance it could be. Alright, we're at 290. We will likely be stopping at 300. So I did say at the start we'd probably just go to 300. So since it is past midnight my time, and I do have work tomorrow, I would love to be surprised by a shiny in these next 10 eggs, but I mean, I will be surprised. Another Swirlix. Okay, we need one more. Oh, we got a Swirlix. Nope. hit a Stufful. We are now 5 away from hitting odds on the Stufful. Again, I'm having a feeling we're going to go over odds for that. Which is unfortunate because the one... Oh, we have another Swirlix. The one Stufful I have gotten was pre-max chance. So this 450 number doesn't even account for the ones I got after the shiny Stufful, but before I hit the max chance. It's literally just 450 at the max odds of 500 battled. Oh, that is a Swirlix. It's like the Stufful and Swirlix. They were like right on top of each other, and I actually couldn't tell which had it until they split a little bit. So I think that was 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that was 4. And the first egg should hatch before we get to the 5th. Another Stuffle. Yeah, it's looking like we're going to be just under the odds for the Stuffle tonight. Because I'll be surprised if we find 4 more before these next few eggs hatches. Alright, here is our last egg of the night. Still 4 more that have to hatch. Another Swirlix. Our final egg. Are we gonna end on a surprise shiny? No, we're not. That is unfortunate. The streamer luck is certainly not with me. None of them have an aura. Okay. So I'm just gonna release these real quick. I'll open up Pokemon Go again. I did this with the end of the last stream. I'll just open up Pokemon Go. If there is a shiny, I'll post it as a community post. so let's take a look. I have a Psyduck and a Mareep that popped up. And neither are shiny. Alright, so I think that will do it for the stream, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. If you tuned in live, I know there's a handful of people that were popping in. No one said anything, but I saw the numbers, so I appreciate if you came in. If you just hung out, thank you very much. That'll do it for this stream, though. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more and more openings. I did have another opening go up today. If you haven't watched that, please go check that out. I got really lucky with a card in those packs. That's it. Have a great night, everybody.